everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
American historians and documentarians believe that the actual events were far too embarrassing for a fledgling nation to endure, but Abraham Lincoln actually got hammered in the ass so much that he died of being hammered in the ass.
The other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
Oh my God, just shut the fuck up, Rada. Grow a fucking beak. I wasn't going to spend the rest of my very long robotic life on a fucking bird planet.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, you know, a fool with money is a little like a mule with a spinning wheel. No one knows how he got it, and danged if he knows how to use it. Welcome to Plotty Time.
That one egg was 40 eggs?
That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well fucking that demon is still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for me.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Plotty Time. This week sponsored by this lemon tea that's just the last thing standing in the way of me talking correctly.
Is it?
Is it really?
Is that the last thing in the way?
Fair enough. I kind of don't sound like I'm sick. Or at least I think I'm pulling it off.
Yeah, I've heard you worse.
Yeah.
I've done this worse. I've streamed worse. We saw it. Man, that was a fucking rough one. But anyway, I finally, we caught up on the Righteous Gemstones. Wait, no, we didn't. We have 2 episodes left, and then the series is over.
Oh, shit. I forgot there was a whole new season.
And
Is this season 5?
this is season 4.
4. Okay.
There is a season 5, though, right?
No.
No.
Oh.
This is the end of it.
I was,
I didn't see any of them.
I don't know, man. Like, I like it. I'm not going to say I don't like it. The season I'm watching now did have, no, you know what? I won't even say it.
Baby Billy.
Because you might watch it.
Squidbilly?
I kind of want to see it. I think I've seen all 3. I don't even know. Maybe just the first 2.
The 3rd season was the one with Steve Zahn and the family troubles.
Has Steve Zahn ever been in anything bad?
That's a good point.
Yes.
The 2nd season was Eric Andre.
Yeah, the second one, they end on the beach, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I only saw the second one.
Has Eric Andre ever been in anything bad?
No,
Yeah, neither has Steve Zahn.
you're probably right. Sahara was great.
But okay. There's some very interesting John Goodman sex acts in this season, so that's fun.
That's not a phrase I wanted to hear.
There's a lot of them. There's a couple, but there's the one big one.
The quantity of them wasn't the part of the problem.
Oh, I love John Goodman now.
Has he ever been in anything
But
bad?
my only criticism really is that the first 2 seasons feel like a completely fucking different show than the last 2 seasons.
Oh, really?
Like completely different. Same characters.
Interesting.
They're still going through stuff. Keith is still there because he kicks ass.
Still great actors.
He's
too.
so fucking weird. He's just so weird. Whatever that guy's name is, that is Keith, you're nailing it. Like you're doing great. He's just, there's something about him that every time he's on screen, I just feel like something's not right. Like he's just weird. Not bad. Weird.
Yeah. He's just awkward.
He's awkward, like the way he talks, and
Is it the writing or is it the guy acting?
it's not the writing or the guy. He's basically playing like a person who was really into satanic raves. Because that's part of his
Yeah, that's a
backstory.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he found religion and got into it and met Kelvin Gemstone, the one that's played by Adam Levine. Devine?
Like the workout God thing.
Yeah.
Body for God. I don't know.
And they became friends and then became more than friends.
Mm.
And like the more than friends thing had been happening for like 1 season. Kelvin just came out. But
Spoiler.
he's just like, oh my God, like the repression that's going on within him. You see it in every scene. Like he's just like terrified of saying or doing the wrong thing. That guy crushed it. I'm going to go look up his name.
Yeah, he's
Tony
very strange.
Cavallero.
That sounds right. Yeah.
There you go.
He's did
fucking
some
great.
Archer voices. He was in a really bad movie I watched a long time ago.
What was that?
The Ghost Team 1.
I liked that one, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. I gave it 6 stars, so it had to have been decent.
It was about ghost hunters
Yeah.
that...
I believe Poppascotch actually talked about it at one point.
Yeah, I think we've all seen it.
2 roommates deathly afraid of ghosts both fall in love with a girl who believes their home is haunted.
Yeah.
That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but that's cool.
No, he was in Die Hard.
But yeah, it's great. John Goodman's great. Edie Patterson's great. Danny McBride's great. Tim Baltz is BJ, who has a very unfortunate pole dancing accident.
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins is Baby Billy. I mean, get out of here. He's fucking fantastic. He's just yelling this entire season.
Nice. Speaking of Walton Goggins.
I was going to say, he was in Pterodactyl.
I've seen that.
I've seen it.
But anyway, Walton Goggins was in a movie I saw.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
You guys see The Luckiest Man in America?
No. How was it?
It wasn't great. It kind of
Oh, that's a
really
bummer.
bummed me out. It was the Press Your Luck guy.
You'll never say Walton Goggins was never in a bad movie.
You're right. I mean, the movie wasn't bad, but like the real documentary about the guy who won all the money on Press Your Luck was better than this. This is like a sensationalized.
Oh, the real one is amazing.
Yeah, it's the same story, but they
had to add drama to it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
So
what?
was that the guy that like just timed it correctly?
Yeah, he just like
Yeah,
studied
there's
the
patterns.
patterns and
Yeah.
then figured it out that it always lands on this spot after this one, and that spot always has a free spin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Paul Walter Hauser, who I remember him from the I Think You Should Leave sketch, where he's the actor and he can't get his lines in fast enough.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's him. That's him, Paul Walter Hauser. And he was
Nice.
also in that like Clint Eastwood movie about the Atlanta bomber.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
He's good. He's a good actor. And now he's like doing a bunch of high profile stuff and starring. So good for him.
Yeah, fucking A, man.
You know what I seen that didn't have Walton Goggins in it?
No.
What's that?
It was the new Final Destination movie.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
What'd you think?
How was
it
it?
good?
It was okay.
On a scale of
A Final Destination 1 to Final Destination 6.
yeah, which one?
Oh
Where would you
man,
put
I
it?
don't even know. It's better than the first one, I think. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's on par with every Final Destination movie.
It's got to be better than a 3D one. That was just.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't even know if I've seen that one.
I think it's 3, 4.
From what I've heard from people, they've all said the same thing. And it's, you know what you're getting into with a Final Destination movie, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, yes. And then they say, well, then you'll like this.
Yeah, if you want to see I think the beginning thing where the people die is a lot better than the other beginning things of what other people die.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's fucking, it's more crazy and stuff like that, but
Yeah, because after the last Final Destination, they like tied it all together. It's
Yeah.
like it's done.
Yeah.
Is this like whole new?
this is yes.
Okay. Well, so you were led to believe from the other ones too, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might be tied into the other ones in some way in like the greater Final Destination universe, the FDU as we call it.
No, I feel like you got to put FU together. Well, FDU.
Yeah, like
Come back to me.
EFDU.
Come back to me.
the whole premise is that
FDU.
the main character's grandmother saved a bunch of people, and death has been slowly picking off those people and their families
Oh, it's
that
not
weren't
like
supposed to be
all in
born.
a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then
But that's dumb. People die anyway. Like,
yeah, well, yeah, but
okay. But it's
It's
in
all right.
strange
Like-
ways.
yeah, it's
You suggest I'd
yeah.
watch. If
yeah,
you like
might as
any
well
of the
watch
other
it.
ones, you'll
yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
It's Final Destination.
Nice.
Okay. Gotcha. I played a little bit of zombies, not too much.
What?
But I streamed another game. I started playing Red Dead 2 again.
I watched some of that.
The stream?
Yeah, it was
Yeah. Well, not the stream, the YouTube video.
I don't remember any of the buttons, so it's been a fun new learning experience.
Mm.
And I only remember like how the story ends.
People get
So-
shot, man.
Yeah, there's so many side quests and shit you don't remember, right?
Don't you have to kill Bigfoot?
Tons of stuff. I don't think in this one. I think that was GTA 5, and that
Yeah,
was a
It's
dude
all
in
the
a
same
suit.
game, man.
It kind of is. But I got a horse. I named him Roof Rack. So you guys, if you're not watching these
I
streams,
saw
you're
that.
missing out.
I was pleasantly surprised with the name you picked.
Let's try it.
Poppascotch's one strength in video games is picking good names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He killed a legendary bear.
Oh, Yogi?
And then he accidentally punched his horse when he threw the
I
bear skin
sure
on
did. I accidentally punched, like I pressed the wrong button and I just went bam and punched the side of my horse and he ran away. And I was like, I'm so sorry. It's the wrong fucking button. I had to go get him and like calm him down because it was a new horse, so he didn't know me very well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If I had a nickel.
He's not my ride or die yet.
You got to break him in. Yep.
Yeah. You got to work with Roof Rack. You know, you're not just going to go right to the trust.
I downloaded the free Blotro and played a couple games.
How is it? Isn't it?
It's
poker?
okay. I don't understand why. I mean, I could see if people get obsessed with it, but I don't think I'm going to.
It's like a quick game. You can just play quick.
I play a game a day,
Yeah.
and then I get into the other game that I really like playing.
What's that?
I finally started SMT5, Shin Megami Tensei 5.
I seen you playing it
Yeah.
when I'm playing Lords of the Fallen.
Finally.
Yeah, I finally got to it. Well, it was a Switch exclusive for a long time, and they released a new version of
Well,
it.
good thing you borrowed the Switch.
Well, I played a different game on Switch called Cobalt Core.
Wow, you're fucking all over the place this
You're
week.
playing all
man.
kinds of games.
Well,
Attaboy.
SMT5 I'll probably be playing for weeks, so we'll get back to that.
Yeah,
another time.
yeah, that's like a long.
Okay.
Cobalt Core is like a roguelike deck building game, but it's,
Like Balatro.
I guess Blotro is that too.
Yeah.
But you have like a spaceship against an enemy spaceship, and your card is like the shooting and the moving out of the way and stuff. So you got to try and do that.
Okay, so they tried to like, make it a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of strategizing. It's kind of fun. But SMT5 is infecting my brain and think about it. So
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Like in a good way?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's never a bad way, man.
How can it be?
I guess infecting your brain. I mean, but
I found a new grind game I started kind of playing, but I don't know.
oh yeah,
What's that?
Helldivers 2.
Really? You trying it?
I'm trying it.
what are your thoughts so far?
It's grindy.
Would you rather grind zombies or that?
Probably zombies.
I knew that was a dumb question on
You
my part.
remind-
Actually,
Does it remind you of like a Destiny thing?
Kind of, but dumber. First of all, the like hyper militarized Starship Troopers parody aspect, fucking phenomenal. No
Okay.
complaints there.
Nice.
That's great. That like the little tips and stuff they show, like if you're scared or worried, run right into the fight. Better to die saving democracy or some shit like that.
Oh,
it's
so
great.
It's just like nice.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's just like Starship Troopers, but and like all the monsters look like Starship Troopers. You could fight monsters, or you could fight, or insects, or you could fight robots. And
Okay.
basically, you take your ship, you fly to different parts of the galaxy, you find planets. Sometimes they have things for you to do on, and the other times you just kind of like skip off them.
All right.
But like you'll land, you can jump into games where people are already doing the mission, but it's like one mission. Like you'll jump in and have to set up 2 satellite relays and then extract and get out.
Yeah, it sounds just like Destiny.
Like that's the map. And then they have like 40-minute time limits on them. And on the earlier levels, you're never going to get past like 20 minutes. There's just nothing else to do. You just leave.
Right. But can you explore and shit? Find like
No.
hidden shit?
no.
No,
That's a bummer.
there's no exploration at all. You dump into the map, you do your mission or your 2 missions or 1 real mission and like a side quest type situation.
hmm
And then like, okay, for example, I was playing on a level with not the arachnids, that's from Starship Troopers, whatever they're called, the monsters.
hmm
And my main thing I had to do was go and I think it was the satellite. There's not that many, too. I keep running into the same ones, which isn't great. But it was the satellite relay one. And then there was a side mission where you had to stand by a data pod and just protect it until you can download all the info. But
Oh, okay.
nothing ever fought me. So I just stood there for 2 minutes. And
Exciting
fucking weird.
gameplay.
Yeah.
yeah. And then another side mission on that map was like there are these holes out of the ground, like the dens or the I don't know, spawn point of the monsters. You can
Right.
blow them up with grenades.
Birthing pods.
Yeah. So you can blow them up. You had to blow up 3 of them, and then you got more points or whatever.
Mm.
But man, the grind is fucking for real. Jesus Christ. They do not give out many currency things.
That was a free
for
game,
upgrade.
though, right? Free to play.
I think you can stream it for free.
I'm proud of you that you haven't spent money on, or that you haven't told us you have yet.
No, I didn't spend money on it. I paid for it because I didn't realize it was free.
What?
So
Why
that's a
would they even
bummer.
allow people to pay for it?
I don't know.
So people like Poppascotch will pay the money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
fair.
read close enough. But it was like, I could see how it would be a ton of fun with friends. But even if you had friends,
What's
I don't
that word?
see you like, I don't see it being different enough to like be fun for an extended period of time.
Yeah. It seems like it's something like a daily thing. You drop in, do your dailies, and turn it back off.
Like, it's fun playing it. The gameplay's fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I'll probably jump in here and there, do a mission here or there, but I don't think it's going to be something I play a lot.
Kind of like me with Balatro.
Yeah, it's so samey. It's so, like the guns are even samey, and like there's no way to try different guns unless you buy them, and it takes so fucking long to get enough resources to buy one.
Oh, so it's a commitment to even change your gun.
What you
Yeah,
got to
exactly.
do is train 4J to play it while you're at
There you
work.
go.
Just make bots.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about it.
Okay. Sweet.
So you guys want to head into the fucking vibe check?
Yeah. I was once again hoping you were saying cooldown topic. If you want cheese, you get a mill tank.
There we go.
Fucking A.
What do we got? Doom: The Dark Ages has reportedly sold less than 1 million copies.
What?
Yeah. Nobody's feeling it, man.
That seems like a low amount.
Well, here's the thing.
I believe you. It's just that.
Out of 3 million players Bethesda bragged about last week, 2.2 million are said to be playing through Xbox Game Pass.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
what do you think happens when you put your game on fucking Game Pass?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well, I'm sure Game Pass gave them money for it, but
Yeah, but they're probably kicking themselves now.
Out of those 800,000 sales, the estimate was 200,000 were on PS5, 200,000 on Xbox, and 400,000 on Steam.
Only 200,000 on PS5.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Wow.
But I mean,
None of us played it, so there you go.
Yeah. I completely forgot it was coming out.
I kind of want to play it, but like I'm not excited like I was for the last Doom.
yeah, me neither. I'm like, I'll get to it eventually.
There were 2 new Dooms before this one, right?
Yeah.
I only played the first one, I believe.
Yeah, it was great. The second one just expanded on the first one a little bit. Just more
I didn't
shit
play
to
the
do.
second one that much because it was so hard.
Yeah,
just
I played
couldn't
like
get it.
the first couple levels, and I was like, I don't feel like dealing with this.
It was very frantic,
Yeah.
running around constantly, can't stop shit.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, I was digging it, but I don't really feel like doing that with a shield and shit, you know? Maybe that's just me.
No, I hear you.
It's just not the same, like it's back in time instead of in hell or on
Yeah.
Mars. Like,
It
what the
feels
fuck?
weird, right?
Yeah, I don't get it.
But I don't know. I'll probably pick it up when it's cheap.
Oh, yeah, it'll probably
honest.
be free eventually. So
Yeah.
we'll check it out.
And apparently a month ago, Electronic Arts put out some news. These games none of us play, so I didn't mention it. But do you guys know about the WRC games? You aware of this franchise?
The rally cars?
Yeah, rally car racing.
I've
Yeah,
heard of it.
those games look fun if you're into racing, but I can't get into it. I don't know.
I haven't tried any of them. I am not that into racing games, and the ones I like are more arcadey.
Yeah, like RC Pro Am.
Yeah, or I don't know what that is. Or I was gonna say
Whoa.
like Need for Speed Unbound, like something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But whenever I played any serious racing sim, I went right to the rally section and played those because they were so much more fun.
They are, but I could see getting tired of doing it constantly if that's all the game was.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But anyway, what the news is that they said they're not releasing a new WRC game this year, and now they're doing a complete reboot under a new publisher. So the next one's going to come in 2027.
Okay. Maybe
So I guess
play
it's like
then.
a relaunch of the brand.
Yeah. Well, if they're not selling that great, fucking,
Yeah.
you gotta do something, right?
Dude, there's like 8 of them
Well, yeah, it was probably like fucking FIFA for a while there.
just every year.
Yeah. I mean, there
Have
is a
to do
World
that.
Rally Cup every year in real life, so
Look at you knowing what the acronym is.
that just came to me.
Actually, he just made that up. I'm shocked it was the right one.
Exactly.
Next piece of news we got EA canceled the Black Panther game and closed the studio that was working on it.
Not just to cancel, it was a fuck
Yeah.
you.
I wondered why, but
Yeah, there was the Cliffhanger Games was announced in 2023 along the announcement of the Black Panther project, although formation of the team began. Anyway, at one point, I don't know if you guys remember, it must have been back in 2023, but there was 3 games that were announced. It was Black Panther, it was
Wonder Woman,
and
Iron
Wolverine,
Man.
and an Iron Man game. But the Wolverine was part of that too.
Hmm.
And now I think only Wolverine and Iron Man are being made.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
No. Yeah. I bet you the president has something to do with it.
No,
Maybe.
it
They're
wasn't
gonna
just
sell.
him.
No. Just the toxic gaming community.
No, it was just the one with the black antagonist or protagonist and the woman that
Yeah.
weren't going to be made.
Exactly.
Not
Yeah,
the 2
that's-
white guy games.
The toxic gaming community said no.
But one's a dirty Canadian, guys.
Oh,
Wolverine.
shit.
that's the one I didn't hear about. So I only heard about the billionaire guy who makes robots.
If only we had a real life analog of him we could use.
I know. Yeah.
One that's
Iron Man game
possibly
would
on
be fun.
ketamine all the time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, have you guys heard of the game Marathon?
I've heard of it.
No,
Okay, so it's not looking great.
what's it about?
It's a new Bungie game. So everyone was like, ooh, Marathon, Bungie, this should be good. And so they did not an open, but a closed alpha test.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that played it were like, yeah, it's another fucking shooter. Like,
Like fucking make something new.
yeah, it's like Concord or fucking Overwatch or Team Fortress
Helldiver.
2.
Or that one that nobody ever played.
The same thing over and over. And so after that, they got hit with several instances of them stealing artwork from smaller creators.
Hmm.
No, they just use AI. Dude, no.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, they did the right thing. They said, hey, there's no reason for this oversight. We're sorry. We're going to fix this. So the first time that happened, I was like, okay, well, that's what's right. You say, I'm sorry, you fix it. And then they happened again, which was interesting. But
it's not interesting if you think they're using AI and they don't know where it's fucking coming from.
Yeah.
well, that's a good point, too. But yeah, apparently the game is looking like it's going to get delayed. There are a bunch of money on marketing that has been pulled.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. They keep fucking up.
Yeah, if they steal shit from other people. But
You pay an actual artist that makes his own art, her own art, whatever.
It looks like it's going to get delayed. By the time this episode comes out, it could be delayed for all we know. This is from a
Probably.
couple days ago, but it's just, I'm sick of hearing about this industry trend where it's like, well, we got to make live service shooters. We got to do it because other ones are successful.
You don't have to.
You don't. You can do something completely different.
And then
or
you look
can,
at Doom and you're like, oh, wait, maybe you do.
Yeah, it's just, I think it was one of those PlayStation, like when we were talking about 6 live service games in development. One was Concord and one was this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 3 of the other ones got canceled.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Like, we're done.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to play a game like this is already playing one.
Yeah, and they're going to stick with the classic.
Yeah, the ones that are better.
The ones
Or
that
more
made their
important to
fucking
them.
point. And yeah, exactly.
So there's Marathon. I don't know when it's coming out. It might not. Who knows? But other news. We got some more fun ones here.
oh, nothing but fun.
There's a bunch of rumors
Oh, we love that.
and stuff that came out about the PlayStation handheld.
Oh, I'm interested.
Internally, they're calling it Project Jupiter, and it is going to be a handheld that is released parallel with PlayStation 6.
Oh
So-
my God, they're talking about PS6 already?
Already, it's been 5 years.
They used to wait 8.
Yeah, they're thinking of 7 or 8, aren't they?
Well, I mean, they can
Well,
talk
they
about
can
it
talk
now.
about it now, I guess, if it's only 3 fucking years away.
Oh, this is a rumor, guys. This may not even happen. But they're talking about like technical specs and what leaked.
Yeah.
But I really don't care so much about that. But the only thing, the leak that came out was Sony currently evaluating a new low-power gaming SoC project internally referred to as Jupiter. So they're talking about like the internal specs, the chip, who's fabricating it, that sort of thing. But it's adding more credence to the fact that PlayStation is doing a handheld to be released with the PlayStation 6. And supposedly it's supposed to play everything PlayStation 5 and back.
Make it a phone too, and I'll buy it.
I thought I'd have something clever to say, like make it a toaster as well,
Yeah,
but I
was
couldn't think of
trying to think
anything.
it now. It's whatever.
Anything. We're really crushing this, guys.
I'm telling you, I will. I'll buy it if it's a phone. That'd be sweet.
I do need a new phone. My battery dies in like a couple of hours.
Yeah, you do.
Then last piece of news, I've been watching a lot of videos of Pokemon scalpers or resellers lately, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you want to call them?
Do you like those
Assholes.
videos when they run in and grab stuff?
From Costco, yeah.
They'll wait in line like for days and they'll be the first in line and they'll be up and then they'll just dump everything in their cart. And
Yep.
Yeah, all Costco
Scalpers.
have to do is limit the fucking amount of shit you can buy.
Yep.
But
Yep.
That's not Costco.
that's, yeah, exactly.
But there was a guy in England, that the UK's Tameside, Manchester, who was arrested for stealing a bunch of trading cards valued at around $330,000 US.
Yep. People like Pokemon, man.
Yeah, there's some expensive ass cards too.
I don't like real. They still do, I guess. They must, right?
Yeah, man.
They
It's-
always have some special printings of things and whatnot.
it's trading cards, man.
You got to get your golden Pikachu, fat Pikachu.
Yeah, and then there's special bonus tins that come out that have like 3 packs or whatever, and you're like, oh, it's the only way you can get this.
Man, this feels so gross.
Hey, it's just like Magic. It's just like any fucking TCG.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just realized that you could, just release small ones.
No,
less
you got to release
frequently.
more and more and more.
You got to do Final Fantasy sets and make them cost more than any other set, so we
Well,
can
that's
set the
licensing.
precedent. Nah, it's a precedent.
I don't think the Final Fantasy license was cheap.
I'm telling you, yeah, they're not going to go back in price though. You know what I
No.
mean?
How much are fucking Pokemon cards going for? How much are these boxes going for?
I assume a box is like $80
Probably at least for shitty sets.
for normal ones. Yeah,
I mean, Magic normal box is $120 usually.
true. And then there's
They-
collector's boxes
some-
that are 500, 600.
Some sets drop to about 80 or something. That's the Pokemon box. See what they say. Like $80.
I don't know what like the new shit is.
That's a trainer box though. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
that
don't
is.
know. Is that like a
I don't know
a
what
fat
that
pack?
I don't, yeah, it might be.
No, just talking to Scotch doesn't even know what we're saying.
Yeah.
No, none of this makes sense to me. I mean, look, it's your money. Spend it on whatever the fuck you want. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
But I just like this one guy right here. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Destined Rivals Booster Box, English, in stock, $250, and they've got 300 to sell.
Yeah, sounds
It
about
probably
right.
retails at 80 to 120, and then these scalpers.
Depending on how bad people want it.
Yeah, there's probably a chase card in there that.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have gotten into this business years ago. Jesus Christ. Not buying the cards, but like making them.
Yeah, or we could just
I
sell
just
'em.
wish I could go back in time and buy them all so I can sell them right now.
Yeah, if I could go back in time, that's probably what I would do. So,
Yeah.
'Cause I would never remember what stocks go up. So,
no, I'd be like, here's an unopened alpha box.
yeah,
How'd you get it? Don't worry about it.
I found it. I had it in my mom's attic.
I actually bought it when
Looks
it came out.
brand new.
Dude, you would completely fuck over the whole Pokemon community. Because apparently, like, not apparently, but there has to be only like limited printings of some of these.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just keep going back into time and buying them from back then. And you just bring them back with you. And they're like, wait, how do we have 7 number 180 cards?
So even if you couldn't bring them back with you and you had to like hide them, stash them somewhere until you came back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where would you
Mom's
stash?
attic.
Mom's attic? Okay. That answers the question. Okay.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
so. Where else would I fucking put them?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know
Has
any
to-
place that's been the same.
It has to be a place you can access in both times.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
There aren't many, right?
No, if a place that I could have accessed 30 years ago and then I can access now, that would be the only one I could think of.
My grandmother's house.
Yeah, but can you get there now and get in there?
Yeah, our uncle still lives there.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
where would you put them that no one else would find them?
I don't know. That's it. That's the question.
Yeah, because they have to be somewhere that no one's going to see them for that long.
And they'll stay fine, not like
Yeah.
get moldy or something. We could have a whole podcast about that.
I would just say get a safety deposit box, but I don't think those exist.
No, you'd
much
have to pay
anymore.
for it for 30 years too.
True.
I mean,
But
yeah,
how you
what's-
can't set it up your bank account.
That's a good point. You have to bring in someone else, and that's against the rules.
Yeah.
You'd have to bring back enough money to open a bank account and buy the. This is the whole thing. We can't talk about this
I
now.
don't think
We're
I
getting
did
way
it.
off topic, but yeah, let's go to the game. Let's just go to the game. Let's just. All right, so let's get into the game. How about it?
Let's.
What game is that?
This week we are talking about 2003's Enter the Matrix.
Ooh, filmed.
It was released May 15th, 2003. This year in video games, April 20th, a game we did. April 20th, 2003, Siren.
Oh,
yeah.
That was an interesting game.
Yeah.
Like a week before this, May 6th, 2003, EVE Online came out.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Right? May 23rd, 2003, Silent Hill 3.
Okay.
Okay,
Did we
okay.
do that one?
No.
I don't think we did. I
We
think
did
we
at least
stopped
1 and
at 2. And then June 19th, 2003, a game we absolutely did do. I think. Did we? Yes, we did. Mace Griffin, Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
We accidentally do, right?
We absolutely did.
We
Right?
absolutely did. Wait.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we did that. That was your pick.
That's right. This game, it was released along with the newest movie, The Matrix Reloaded, the sequel to The Matrix from 1999. It is part of a package deal. This tells, well, I'll get into it in a sec. The box office that week, number 5, the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh, never saw it.
Yeah. No.
No, me neither. The rest of them we probably do know. Number 4 is Identity.
Oh, that's a good one.
Who's in that?
John Cusack, and they're in and Amanda Peet. They're at the like a motel.
Yeah, John
And-
C. Reilly's in it too.
Yeah, and what the fuck's that guy's name?
I don't know. It sounds like a good one.
It is. It's a very good movie.
I don't know if I've seen it.
I wouldn't say very good. I liked
I've
it.
probably seen it.
You've seen it. Yeah, it's like really rainy, and they're all stuck at a motel,
Oh, right.
and then
right,
people
right.
start dying.
Okay.
Ray Liotta, John
Ray
Hobbs,
Liotta, that's the one I was trying to think of.
Alfred Molina. This is quite a cast.
Yeah, Alfred Molina. Yeah,
And then number 3 that week, a comparatively good movie, Daddy Daycare.
I never saw that.
Why would you?
I don't know.
Number 2, The Matrix Reloaded.
Never saw it.
And then number 1, X-Men 2, X-Men United.
Which X-Men 2 is that?
X2, X-Men United. The
Okay.
second one with fucking Hugh Jackman in it.
Oh, all right.
All right. Never seen it.
You know, there's a Granddaddy Daycare.
Of
Danny
course there is.
Trejo.
I'm grossed out by that.
There's a dude in the cast of Identity named Frederick Coffin. He plays Detective Varol. Oh, he passed in 2003.
Oh, way to make fun of his name.
Yeah.
My
Be a dick about it.
condolences to the whole Coffin family.
Anyway.
He was in Wayne's World. Sick. Anyway, all right. So this game was released for PC, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube.
Ooh.
developed by Shiny Entertainment, published by Infogrames. It is a third-person bullet-time, physics-defying movie tie-in shooter, and I picked it, so I can just jump into this because you guys aren't up on your Matrix lore like I am.
No, I barely remember the second one.
So I also realized as I was doing the research for this, the Matrix was 26 years ago. Like, I gotta explain what the Matrix is, right?
No, I think everybody. Maybe you do. If you need to know what the Matrix is,
Go watch the movie.
Ask your mom.
Real quick, future dystopia. Robots have won the war against humans. They're using humans as batteries to keep them docile. They plug their consciousness into a computer program called the Matrix. It's an old version of Earth that didn't suck as much.
I like, there was the one meme I saw and it was like, the robots in the Matrix sent everybody back to 1999 because it was the best humanity had to offer. And I was like, I guess they were right.
Yeah, for real.
It's like we laughed about it at the time, but
I wouldn't mind living in 99 again.
No,
me neither. But that's the gist. There's people like nowadays. It's very much a like a thing online to be like, is this a glitch in the Matrix? Like, is it proof we're running in a simulation? It's pretty funny. But in the Matrix, in this universe of this movie. Not in the real Matrix, guys. In the universe of this film, the last free humans are living in the core of the earth called Zion. And when you go into the world that is the fake world, that is the Matrix, there are programs that looked and act like people, but they're not. They're programs. There's a few of them. We're going to get to them. So the first goal, okay, let me take a step back. So this game, you are either playing as Niobe, who is Jada Pinkett Smith, or her second in command on the Logos Ghost. Okay, so you're playing as one of the two. Like all the big story beats are the same. So I went with Niobe's playthrough. Ghost is not that much different. But this whole game is taking place in parallel with the movie, The Matrix Reloaded. In fact, there are several scenes from Reloaded that are in this game, but it's a whole other separate story. Right. Now, in the very beginning of this, the first part you have to do in the video game is you have to go to a post office that's in the Matrix. And you have to grab some kind of package. It's a message, a transmission. It was from another ship that was the Osiris, captained by a guy named Thaddeus. Now, they don't talk about it much. They just basically set it up as this is it must be extremely important. We don't know what's in this package. It's in the Matrix. We need to go grab it. And it must be important if they put their lives on the line for it because they're all dead now.
Yeah, especially Thaddeus because he's never done this before.
And Thaddeus and the Osiris, their story is told in the Animatrix, which is the anime film that also released around this time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just want to say quick before we get farther in the story. I think the movie would have been a lot better if it would have went to like the graphics it does in the game. Like,
right?
That would have been. I thought that was kind of neat.
It kind of made me laugh
when they were in the Matrix. It was like a video game,
and it was like PS2 graphics.
Yeah,
yeah, because they definitely put in real filmed scenes from
like
the movie
FMVs,
at like a lower compression, and then they cut to like PS2 graphics.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Man, this probably was like the fucking pinnacle of technology at this point.
Hell yeah, 2003.
So Jada Pinkett Smith, who I will either refer to her as her or Niobe, she fights her way through this massive post office. There are moments that definitely call back to the movie, like the bullet time, all kinds of nods to the original version and Reloaded, I guess. Mm-hmm. There's a really cool like slow motion part where she somersaults and throws back a tear gas canister. There's one where she jumps out the window. It's all like Matrixy shit. It's callbacks. They did this in the first movie. Whatever. Mm-hmm. So she gets a package, begins driving away, and her and Ghost are attacked during like a police chase firefight. So I assume if you play as Niobe, you're driving the car. If you play as Ghost, you're shooting. I think this is the only difference. Maybe. But you also have one other person in your crew, a guy by the name of Sparks. I don't know why this crew of this ship is so small and only 3 people, but Sparks is like the tech guy. He doesn't go into the Matrix. He doesn't even have a port installed. He just watches the monitors, helps lead you through the Matrix.
He was born free.
Yeah,
he was born free. So
I got a question. Are these characters like, are they actually in the second movie? Ghost and Niobe?
Ghost and Niobe are. Sparks is not.
All right.
Because in Reloaded, most of the times, except for one scene, you see Jada Pinkett Smith in the Matrix.
Okay.
Right. I thought she looked familiar, but I wasn't going to watch it again.
Yeah, I don't know why I remember so much about Reloaded. Like, the biggest thing I remember is that highway fight scene.
Yeah, that's the only part that I saw.
Whoa, spoiler.
Okay, you're right. We'll get to it. But They get through this car chase. They get to the roof. They find a phone exit. They get attacked by people that are referred to as agents. Agents are what I was talking about with some of the people are programs.
Mm-hmm.
But the agents aren't programs. They're basically viruses. So they can take over existing people, consciousness, morph them into agents, and now there's more agents.
What happens to those existing people when an agent morphs into them?
I think
They just like black out.
they just black out because there's one point in the game where someone's like, I don't know how I got here.
Yeah.
And it was like,
yeah.
because they don't go into that in the movie. They just
No.
take over whatever human and turn them into an agent. But anyway, I guess we'll leave that. You Matrix heads out there, you send us some emails.
Yeah, I'd like to know what happens.
So you get back on the ship and you get a call from Commander Locke. You watch the message with him. It's the Thaddeus message, the one you got. I don't know why you're watching it together, but you are. And he says there's a massive Sentinel army heading to Zion right now.
Oh, no.
Sentinels in this aren't X-Men Sentinels, which we talked about last week. They're like squid-looking robots.
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And basically what they're saying is they're coming, they're going to invade Zion, they're going to kill all the remaining humans. There's more of them than we've ever seen before. So he says, Commander Locke decides, let's send all these ships back to Zion because I guess we're going to have to fucking protect Zion.
This is a major part of the Reloaded.
Yes, this is a major part of the movie.
Yeah.
Second and third one. So this is them finding out. I don't know where we are in Reloaded if they already know the Keanu team.
I don't know, but I thought it was clutch how they're like, of course they're not here, man. Those guys like to make an entrance.
Yeah, because they refer to the Nebuchadnezzar as the ship from the first movie.
Right.
Anyway, so you head to the airport with Ghost to set up a meeting with the other ships, like the ship captains. And accidentally, at the same time, when you just happen to be at the airport, two other, I guess, humans named Soren and Axel are also at the airport, and agents have them.
Oh, no.
I guess that was just a coincidence. So you have to track them down, help, and you do that by running on the tarmac and then in a hangar, and then you get on board of a cargo plane by driving up the back ramp of it.
Yes, very believable.
Don't they like take him from plane to SUV to plane?
Yeah, something like that.
It was weird.
It seems like it was a scene that they wanted to do in the movie, but then had to cut because it was too expensive.
Yeah, so they just animated it.
Like, look, you get the ship, you get the plane, or you get the highway explosions. Which one is it?
The video game's getting the other one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there you go.
Well, what's cheaper to make?
We're not going to get rid of it. We're just going to put it in the game. The game is just as important as Matrix Reloaded, okay?
Oh, I wish I knew that back in the day.
And so you end up saving Axel by putting a parachute on him, and he throws up two middle fingers as he bails.
That's cool.
And then Niobe has to fight the agent, and you have to like keep fighting him. It's like a boss fight, and you basically have to just overpower him enough to get him off the back of the plane, and he falls out. So
Combat seemed riveting.
yeah, it seemed like you press one button and they do like 15 karate moves.
Yeah. Or it's just a button masher. Just X, 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 X.
Yeah, like if this had more of the Batman style, like the Arkham style combat,
Oh, now you're talking.
that could have been something here.
Right.
But anyway, Niobe had parachuted out. She meets up with Axel and Ghost on the ground. And there's a guy here who's like a strange dude that keeps telling her 72 hours, but we don't really know what that's all about. This guy does have lore. I forget what it is.
The Watchman.
They don't really explain
who
it
it
in
is?
the game.
I don't know. I've seen him in other things, right? Doesn't he come up in a movie or something?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he just has like a whole bunch of watches on him or something.
The Train Man carries multiple wristwatches, controls the link between the Matrix and the Machine City, and works for the Merovingian, who we'll fucking get into that guy in a sec. But
Do they? Oh, never mind.
so the Train Man would be an example of a program.
Mm-hmm.
The Merovingian's a program. The Oracle's a program. So these are all what we mean by programs in the Matrix.
Yeah, they're still humanoid, but
Okay, so next we get into the meetup of the ship captains. And this was the intro, the first scene to Reloaded the movie.
Mhm.
We're following? So this is the first scene of the movie with
The
everybody.
rest of the game led up to the movie.
yeah.
So far, yes.
So
we
this
do
is where
keep
they
going.
connect.
Yes, this is where they start connecting. And Niobe briefs them about all the Sentinels coming for the humans. And then agents are around. Neo feels something weird and like leaves, and that's when he sees the agents. Everyone scatters. Neo takes care of that because he is also a program. Or no, he's basically like a human who has read and write access to everything and can do whatever he wants in the physics of this universe.
He's a mod.
He's a mod. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
So everyone scatters, and Niobe eventually gets herself out, but like nobody else does, so she has to go back in and save Ghost. And she goes in, she finds Ghost, they get cornered, and at the last second, out of nowhere, the Keymaker shows up and saves them.
What a Deus Ex Machina, huh?
Dude, that is the whole reason the Keymaker exists.
It seemed like it.
Yeah, really.
He's an old program that has existed apparently through variations of the Matrix, and he guides the players through certain portions of this game. But in the lore, like God, this is so fucking computer coded. But it's like those hallways that they would go down with the Keymaker that all looked exactly the same. Those are like the visual representation of what a backdoor is to like a computer program or something.
Yeah, he's the guy with all the keys to the back door.
And he knows how to get into all of them, or what keys open what door, or what keys are used for anything. Anyway, Keymaker says this is all some kind of grand design or whatever. So he gives them a key and he says, you got to get this to the one, and it unlocks the future. And I don't know. I don't remember what that means. I've only seen the third one once and I hated it. So
yeah,
they don't tell you in the game what it means.
Nope.
No, they don't. So the Merovingians henchmen come to steal it. They do. And then you and Ghost need to go after
All right.
it.
Now's a good time to ask. Explain the Merovingian.
Oh, man. Okay. The Merovingian, I'll just read what it says in the wiki.
All right.
He's an old program that has gone rogue in the Matrix.
Okay.
So he has a chateau in the mountains. That is where the Keymaker is imprisoned. That's where they go and fight several times in this chateau. It was also used more in Reloaded the movie. The Merovingian plays a much bigger role in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically, oh God, yeah. You know what? I'll go into it. We all know what part I'm going to go into.
No. So he's the main antagonist?
It's so hard. Like,
All right,
kind
pretend
of.
we don't know anything about it.
Oh, I'm not pretending.
No, let's just do the game.
Yeah.
What does the game tell us?
Yeah, what is the nothing. Nothing.
Exactly.
So yes, the Merovingian is an old program that he's like a fucking, I don't want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? He's like a smuggler. Like he's
Black
living outside the,
market
working outside the
salesman.
Matrix, but in the Matrix. Yeah, Deus Ex Machina. There's also lore here where he's been around for so long through all the iterations of the Matrix that he is why vampires and werewolves existed.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering what the vampire
That's definitely
thing
not
was
part of the
about.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there are vampires in the game. You fight Vlad, who's the...
No, I mean, they definitely explain that in the game.
No.
No, they don't. They don't go into it that much. There's more in the lore of, oh God, I watched like a 2-hour-long breakdown of Reloaded where they went into all this shit. And look, guys, listeners, you want to go into this stuff? Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
But the Merovingian is essentially a program who lives outside and works outside the Matrix and can actually alter the code. There's a famous scene in the movie where he says like, oh, you give someone food and the code says they're full. And he's like, but what if we change that? And he gave this woman like a piece of cake at a restaurant and she blasted, like she orgasmed hard.
Right, because he can do that.
Because he can do that, just to show how powerful he is to Neo.
Mm-hmm.
This is real, Dr. Scientist. I didn't just make this up.
I know, but it seems like it's just what Neo could kind of do.
Kind of.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, I don't
Yes,
think he
absolutely.
can affect other people. He can only do what he wants to do.
Whatever. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
What happens next?
All right, so, okay. Niobe goes there. She's immediately knocked out and captured by the Merovingian's twins. And the vampire henchmen, or the vampire werewolf guys, Cain and Abel. They're the two henchmen. Or no, Vlad and Cujo. The Vlad is the leader of the Merovingians' vampires. Cujo is the leader of the Merovingians' werewolves.
Yeah, she got captured pretty easy.
Yeah, she sure did. And she gets a call from Sparks, and he's like, hey, you need to go help Ghost. Ghost needs help. So Niobe starts running through the place and then runs into the Merovingian's wife, Persephone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this happened in the movie too, and it's weird it happened twice.
Now
where
he
she's
runs
like,
into them, or is it somebody else in the movie?
in the movie, it's Neo has to kiss her and
Okay.
make it like very convincing.
That's her thing.
Yeah, it's her thing. And then
She
in
wants
this
to know
one,
what love is.
Jada Pinkett Smith does it.
I guess that has to do with the Persephone part.
Yeah.
I just wrote her down as some hornball, but
I assumed it was just a way to get some sexuality into the game. But if it happened to Neo too,
Yeah. It's just her thing.
no, we didn't need any more sexuality in the movie. We had the friggin' wet rave in Zion. We don't need anything else.
okay, just
Yeah, you gotta watch this movie,
All
man.
right, just
This
go.
is- Okay. I'm like,
You're talking more about the movie than the fucking game right now.
I'm on page like 1 out of 9. So,
Oh,
guys.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm
let's
kidding.
go.
It's not that bad.
I'm on line 5 out of 7.
So she fucking kisses her. She basically, Persephone's whole thing is my husband used to be so cool and I loved him and now he doesn't even give a fuck about me. So I'm just going to do whatever I want. So I'm going to kind of like create chaos for the sake of creating chaos because I'm bored.
Mhm.
That's Persephone's whole thing.
Mhm.
So she lets Niobe through. She shows her to where Is it Ghost or the Keymaker?
Ghost.
Oh, Ghost. Where Ghost is. So Niobe escapes with Ghost and the Keymaker and then runs into the twins from the Reloaded movie, the two albino twins with the dreads.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, also a thing.
Is that Cain and Abel that you talked about before?
I don't know if they just refer to them as the twins. I guess it is.
Okay, never mind. Then. It's just the twins.
No, they're different people.
Syintist.
Yes.
Stop asking questions.
Well, I was hoping somebody would explain to me things that happen in this game because I don't understand it.
Yeah, because... All right, go on.
I've seen Reloaded several times. I watched this. I watched the Animatrix at one point. I watched a 2-hour-long breakdown of Reloaded. I still don't get all this shit.
Yeah.
And I think it's really stupid. Anyway, so you're in Zion.
Of a 2-hour movie.
Niobe and Ghost go to Zion. They get a visit from Commander Locke. It's like half business, but they plan to meet up later because they're dating, Commander Locke and Niobe, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, let's say just drop that in there.
Well, Persephone kind of hinted towards it.
And then they also drop in that Morpheus used to date her. So,
Well, all right. Persephone's like, kiss me like the person you love. And then she's like, oh, who is it? And she says, Jason.
And she says, no, it's not.
Yeah. So...
so she might still have a thing for old Morph.
Yeah, she's
Or
got
somebody else.
something going on. Yeah.
Or something else. Good for her.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of scenes from the movie now that are sort of not interspersed. But look, I'm just going to go over the really important parts.
Mm-hmm.
The Oracle knows something that the One doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
which I think we find out in the third movie. I don't really care.
Pretty sure she
And-
knows a lot. The
Yeah,
one doesn't.
but
Yeah, the Oracle knows all how it's going to... The Oracle's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Niobe volunteers the group to go find the Nebuchadnezzar. This is a scene from the movie. This happened in the movie. And Nebuchadnezzar, that's Morpheus' ship from the Matrix. We know this for the people out there. Anyway, Niobe and Ghost leave Zion and they go to jack in and they get on the highway. So they are now in the big, famous Matrix Reloaded highway scene.
Mhm.
And in the movie, there's a sequence where Morpheus gets thrown off and Jada Pinkett Smith just like catches him on a car, seemingly coming out of nowhere.
Yep.
And this is the connecting piece.
So
where
it
she went
shows
to
their
help.
view until
That's
they
how
can
they
save
got
them.
there. Yeah.
Exactly. And I thought it was pretty funny because Niobe and Ghost, they do this, they help out, they go back to Sparks, and Niobe's like, and Sparks is like, well, all right, it's time to go back to Zion. He's like, no, Niobe's like, we can't yet. Morpheus needs our help. Like, we gotta do it. And Sparks, very reasonably, is like, hey, what do they need us for? They have the One, for Christ's sake. Like, what?
Yeah, like
Good point.
They just exited the Matrix and they're like, we gotta go right back
Yeah.
in.
Well, and they almost got killed, and Neo saved everybody.
Yeah.
And they basically have Superman in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like, what do they need us for? So Niobe meets up with the Nebuchadnezzar crew in the Matrix. They decide that to help whatever Morpheus was doing or planning is against their orders. They're supposed to all go back to Zion. But Morpheus is very much tied into the Oracle and believing what the Oracle says about the One being correct.
Yeah, 'cause
So
he
he's
got
more
a
following
fucking-
faith.
He got a one reading way back in the day, and that's all his
Yeah.
fucking one thing is.
Yeah, that's been his thing, is finding the One, right?
Yeah.
Like that's been. So Ghost and Niobe are tasked with blowing up a power plant, which will help Morpheus and his team, whatever they need to do. So they just they do that. They jack in, they do it, they jack out. This was in the movie. Like, not a lot. I think just the one shot of the power plant exploding and alluding to the fact they had help. That was about it. So, man, we're almost done, guys.
I know, thank God.
So, while Ghost and Niobe were in the Matrix doing this, they went to pick up the phone. The line broke. Now, this was also from the movie. There was a scene where Agent Smith, who transcended the Matrix's coding at the end of the first Matrix, possessed a living person or a Matrix avatar of someone that was in the quote unquote real world,
Mhm.
and then did body swapsies and went into the real world as Agent Smith and killed the whole crew at a very crucial point. This was when they were holding the line to get into Zion.
Oh, is that when they were talking about a ship disappearing?
Yes, that
Okay.
was when
The
this
Icarus.
Agent Smith guy just killed the whole crew.
Oh.
So, yeah, you wouldn't have known that if you didn't see the movie.
No, it didn't make
Didn't
sense. It
make
was like,
any
oh, and then everybody's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
We lost a couple. They said a ship blew up. And I was like, oh, okay, a ship blew up.
Okay, so then the Oracle, in the middle of all this, when the Sentinels are knocking on the fucking door, the Oracle called for Niobe. So she goes and visits her. She goes through her trial with Seraph, just like Neo did, just like anyone does who has to talk to the Oracle. Dr. Syintist, we're just going to skip this.
Mhm.
And the Oracle says to Niobe, if we can't save the world, it will end.
Well, no
And
shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is like the most.
It's the most obvious statement ever. If we don't save the world, it's gonna be destroyed.
there's more to it, Dr. Scientist.
I know, I get that,
If this
but
coin flip doesn't come up heads,
it's gonna
it'll
be
come
tails.
up tails.
Yeah, eventually. Okay, I'll tie it up at the end. We're almost done. So, after this meeting, Niobe agrees to help. She doesn't know how. And the Oracle's like, you know how, you will know how, you always know how, which is,
This is where I wrote
muddled time-
Oracle BS.
yeah, time travel bullshit. So she leaves via the Keymaker's hallway, and right away, Agent Smith shows up, like a lot of them. And you have to run away from them. It's a very tense part of the game. You have to just keep running. There's too many. Like, you can't. Agent Smith is not a fair fight with a human being unless it's Neo. Neo can kill him, but that's about it. There's another very famous scene that was in the movie where he fought like 50, 60, 80, 100 agents.
I've seen parts of that.
Yeah, it's very impressive, like from an action standpoint. It looks kind of dated with the technology now.
Yeah, if you watch it again, like in 4K or 1080,
Yeah.
like look at his face. It's definitely computer animated.
It was
Yeah,
probably
it's
in
a
all
little
of their
rough.
previews for the movie.
Yeah.
They probably used like every fucking piece of processing power in every fucking computer they had
Yep.
to pull that off. God bless them. But anyway, it's a cool sequence. You get out of this, you jack back into the real world, and there are a bunch of Sentinels basically standing by at the gate. They disable them all with an EMP and are basically just, their ship is dead until someone else comes along.
That's from
it.
the
That's-
movie too, right?
Neo's ship did that.
Oh, right.
All the ships did that, I assume.
Yeah. Because they all
Probably.
had the EMP to try to stop these fuckers.
So that's it.
Yeah. They're just okay.
So you wait to be rescued.
Yep.
And that's where the movie ends too. Like that, where Neo's ship hits the EMP and then it just stops. And then,
Is there an Enter the Matrix too?
yes.
Like continuing
no.
the
there's
story?
a second game?
Okay.
No, there's not. Sorry.
Okay.
It got mixed reviews. People were like, meh, but it sold like 5 million copies just because of the Matrix.
The Matrix title, yeah.
That's way more than Doom.
I remember this coming out. I remember it being a big deal. I remember everyone being super psyched for Reloaded because they loved the Matrix.
Yeah.
And then everyone went to see it and most were like,
I always thought it was stupid to try and go after the first one to continue that story.
Yeah, because the first one ended fine.
Yeah.
It was kind of dumb when he flew away like Superman. At the
Yeah.
end.
But you know,
that was
whatever.
it. Yeah.
which he does several times in this.
Yeah, it was a great ending for, yeah, they didn't need to do anymore.
All right, that's the game. We did it. We crushed it. We got through
Fuck.
it.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into our final thoughts.
All right.
And we'll start with you, Sir Chump Slap.
Oh, okay.
Did watching this video make you want to enter the Matrix?
Oh, what a dumb idea.
Yeah, right. You could do it. You could do it.
Yeah.
Did the story work for you, or would you have to call a dominatrix?
Oh.
And what score out of 27 stars you think would reach the apex?
Okay. I'll
A
take
little
it.
dirty rhyme at the end, but we got that.
That's fine. Watching this did not make me want to play it. It looked boring.
Extremely dated gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's 2003, so you can take what you want from that.
Mm-hmm.
Did the story work for me? Now, when we've done movie tie-ins before, we've always asked, if you haven't seen the movie, would this make any fucking sense?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And no, this does not work as a standalone. It does not work as a game. It doesn't work if you've seen the movies and don't remember exactly everything about them.
I was just going to say, is this the most egregious example?
No, Fight Club.
No, I don't know. This one, because this one, you have to know
If you have to know most of the lore and
intricate
stuff. But
lore,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you have to know who the Merovingian is, what his whole deal is. He's barely in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
but-
like one of the most important characters in the Matrix.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he got a lot of play in the movie, but if you didn't see the
But
movie,
if you didn't know the movie, I don't know. It just, I mean, it works, I guess, as a, oh, okay, that's what these guys were when I watched this movie. I mean, this is their side story, but I mean,
Yeah, it's just taking a character and adding to a story of some background character in the movie.
yeah, like when you're playing this, do you have to like pause it and be like, hold on, let me watch this part of the movie again? Oh yeah, okay, I get it now. No, no, you can't do that. It can't be this tied into it. It could have stood alone. They didn't need to fucking put clips from the movie into this. It was silly. I didn't really like it. So that being said, I mean, characters were great. They all had their own personality, but the ones from the movies and shit that were in it, they were only in it for a little bit. And like, if you didn't know anything about him, you're like, why the fuck do I care what this Oracle has to say? What do I care about this Merovingian? So no.
Well, like, who is this for?
It's for Matrix
People who love the
fanatics. Yeah.
Okay, well then why am I playing as two characters that are barely in the fucking movie? Why aren't I playing as Neo for the Matrix game? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
why aren't I kicking ass as Morpheus? Why am I Niobe or Ghost, who I'm pretty sure didn't fight in the movies?
No, they just did the whole the highway scene. That was it.
Like, can you imagine your kid's a huge fucking fan of the Matrix and like, oh, the game came out, bro, we gotta check it out. And you give it to them and they're like, who the fuck are these characters?
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to play as Neo.
Yeah, I wanted to fly around the Matrix, but no. So yeah, it didn't work. So out of 27 stars, I'm going to give it a whopping, I'll still give it a 4 because, I mean, they had characters, but it was too dependent on you knowing what the Matrix was about.
Yeah, I think that's a very reasonable summary.
All right. Science.
Well, how about you then, Dr. Scientist?
Answer the same questions?
Well, let's ask you some brand new ones.
Okay.
All right.
Did watching this video make you want to play a game starring Jada Pinkett Smith?
Way better.
Did the story work for you, or was it just a huge miss? And what score out of 27 stars you think you'd piss?
I couldn't find another game that Jada Pinkett Smith was in, so I can't answer that question.
Oh, fair enough.
Did the story work for me? I have the same thing. If you don't know what happened in the movie, and I didn't, and I could kind of get context clues and guess from what I've heard in the last 20 years about the movie.
Yeah,
But I was completely lost for most of it. Like, I don't know who anybody is. They kind of just mention these names like you're supposed to know ahead of time. Same complaints, blah, blah. How many stars would I give it? I'm going to give it 5.
Oh, okay.
I think, and it probably would have had more if I would have known what was going on in the Matrix and 2 Reloaded, whatever. But yeah, I'll just give it 5.
Okay, 5 it is.
All right. Scotchy, you want some questions?
Sure.
All right. Did watching this video make you want to play as Niobe or Ghost?
Okay,
Was the
nice.
story pretty good, or was it more like a bad roast?
Okay.
And out of 27 stars, how many did this game boast?
Okay, perfect. Every time I do research or learn more about the Matrix universe, I get mad.
It's not how computers work.
No, it's
Not even
like
that.
this is a series where you have to do so much work. Like, they built it out. Like, there's backstories to everybody and characters are connected to other characters, but it's all this computer allegory, but it's a computer world, but it's not, because Neo can do his stuff outside the world. So are we a Matrix inside of it? No, there's actually been 6. I'm just fucking done with it. Like, this is insane. Like, this feels like someone's passion project that they really cared about, and they presented it, and I'm like, that's so stupid.
Yeah. But you can't say that to him. You have to be like, ooh, okay.
No, it's like the first movie, like, yeah, it had some philosophy in there. It had some, you had the Matrix world and the real world, and that's all we ever knew about it. We didn't know there were fucking 7 other Matrix, or however many more they've been. And it's like, that was great. Like, leave some of the mystery. You know what I mean? I don't need you to make up back lore of an old character that justifies the existence of vampire. What are we doing? Like, I could sense how confused Dr. Scientist was.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt it too at several points trying to get through this.
Yeah, I've seen
and
the
figure it
movies,
all out.
and I didn't fucking get it.
Really, what I think I'm trying to say about the Matrix and the whole Matrix universe is it is a rich, deep universe that I can't imagine being worth the time to understand.
Wasn't there companion comic books too?
Yes, there was comic books. There was a whole milieu, whole fucking universe of this stuff. And I'm just like, especially once we get into the third one and there's the Jesus analog, I'm like, now you're just beating people over the head with this.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was like a lot of words that I just talked about. So what score would I give it? No, the story didn't work for me. There you go. No. What score would I give it? I think there was real effort here. Like, it was done by the Wachowskis. Like, they wrote it. They made an effort to make the game a piece of lore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they did it. They did the work. They didn't just say, go make a game for us from some studio. So, but all of it's so dumb. So I'm going to give it a 6 because just for effort, that was a lot of effort in this.
Yeah, all right. That's fair.
But fuck, it's stupid. It's so stupid. God, I'm just mad about it.
And I looked. Jada Pinkett Smith was only in one game, so I didn't want to play. I don't play games she's in.
Fair.
Okay, fair enough. Kind of surprising. She's only been in one, like not even a voice in like a Saints Row game or something.
She only is in one video game credit.
Well, she probably didn't want to be in this, but she was part of the Matrix, though.
Yeah, it was definitely in the contract. You know it was.
Yeah.
It's like, look, you don't have to do too much. We're filming scenes with the camera, just like in the movie, which you're in. You just got to come to the booth and say some lines a couple times.
Exactly.
She's probably like, okay, whatever. But that gives us a final score of 15.
All right. A little bit better than last week's. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So Brother in Arms, Road to Hill 30, we just did, got a 15.
Yeah, it's about right. A little more easier to understand.
And then if we go back even further, Gungrave got a 15, March 28th, 2024.
Oh, remember that game?
I do.
I do too. That was something.
It stood out in my head.
Yeah.
Well, here's another one that I'm sure will stand out. Curse the Eye of Isis. Also
I
got
do remember that one.
Oh, yeah. That was good. I like it.
We only gave that 15?
Dude, they're
Yeah.
all 15.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you have it.
Right. Beautiful.
And if we got nothing else to say, let's go ahead and sashay into the cool down topic.
Oh, what you got for us today?
Man, I don't fucking have anything. I just want to talk more about the Matrix and how stupid it is.
Okay.
But we don't have to. So let's just pivot a little bit and say, are there any other video game or movie universes that you really got into and either loved or disliked? Really got into, and what are your opinions on it?
Well, I was thinking this, like, it's so much stuff like through there, but the Marvel universe, I guess since it's just TV and movies, it didn't seem as bad. But this one, you have to play games and read comics for the Matrix.
Well, there are Marvel games, but they don't have anything to do with the stories that are going on in the movies and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why this bothers me so much. There's been plenty of universes with plenty of moving pieces, but I think it's
this, it's so intricate, and you have to know every aspect, and you have to understand it to get everything.
I was just talking myself into that point that you have to consume everything and understand everything to understand anything.
I think they take themselves way too fucking seriously with it too.
Oh,
They're
there's
like,
definitely
this
that.
is so fucking good, you guys. You got to do the game. You got to watch the movie. No, yeah, I couldn't.
But a universe that did it well, that I'm going to kind of pivot to, I think the Fallout universe did a good job.
I was gonna say Fallout did it. The television show rocked.
Because Fallout basically had the event, like the bombs, like the vaults, the bombs. And then after that, there's millions of stories of survivors.
Yeah, and you could do anything, and they don't have to interconnect.
There could be hundreds of years of where you could have a story.
There's not a Jesus character that every fucking story has to center around.
No, someone could make another Fallout TV show right now, and it could be completely different from the current one that's going on.
Yeah, and it would still work because it's in the same universe.
Yeah, it's just like they set this Fallout universe, they set parameters, they set some important events, sort of things like that. And maybe like the Boston Fallout is aware of events that happen in DC, but it doesn't really affect them as much. They're living their own lives, doing their own thing. And especially like when you get down to like the street level and the vendors and the ghouls and they don't give a shit. They're doing their own thing. They're just surviving.
It's just actual people.
Yeah, I think that was a good example of how to make a big universe and leave some room like for other stuff to happen.
Yeah. Other universes.
Here's one that kind of you guys might not like to hear, but God of War, I feel like we painted ourselves into a corner here.
Yeah, that was the other one that came in my head. I like it, but you can't do anything outside of Kratos.
No, well, it's just a different game. Assassin's Creed kind of did it, and their fucking
They went
history
off the
is
rails too.
like what goes on there is just so intricate too. You got to watch videos to understand everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a lot of like real history context to stuff that goes on in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That will just give you more information. I remember my sister, who is a teacher, she had students back in the day that would know stuff from like Assassin's Creed 2 and 3 times. They're like, oh yeah, I saw that thing in Assassin's Creed 2. Like that's this building. Like they know historical buildings in Italy because they played Assassin's Creed 2.
One thing Ubisoft does is try and make like historic things actually. But I mean, you got to separate it from the assassins part, but
yeah,
sure.
But they try to make it like, oh, this could be in the real world, type shit. Yeah, I like that because that's just the real world universe.
Yeah, there's a billion stories going on all times, and we don't need to have, like you said, that Jesus character playing the most important role in every single one of them.
Yeah, it's silly.
Okay.
But another universe. I can't really think of anything that like went from game to television or movie.
Well, what's the universe that is just way too fucking complicated? And
The Matrix.
well, besides that,
I think Assassin's Creed is up there. I've played a lot of the games, and I still don't understand some of the stuff.
you've played more of the more recent games than I have.
Well, I played all of 2 and 3 and a couple of the handheld games, maybe 1 or 2 of them,
Oh, so you haven't played.
plus the new ones.
Oh yeah, you have played a new one, like Odyssey and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they just abandon the going back and
No,
living
they're
your
still going through
ancestors?
the Animus and all of them.
Oh, they are? Okay.
But you're barely ever outside of the Animus.
Yeah.
It's more like
After 3 and spoiler, Desmond dies. I don't remember going back in the anime, like outside of the Animus to do things much.
yeah. I mean that was the coolest part. Portal, those 2 games. I love that world.
That's just 2 games though.
I know, but I love that world. It's neat. And they could do anything with it. They could be somebody else trapped in another test facility somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be like Fallout Vaults.
Yeah.
Could be on the moon for all we know.
Right.
That's where Wheatley ended up.
And Half-Life. I mean, I guess they're the same world.
Are they? Or
Yeah, she talks about Black Mesa,
oh, okay.
like Gladys.
I would like to see another Fear game because I feel like that's a world we can get more out of.
Yeah, probably.
I just want to see a supernatural shooter. That was fun. Like enough spooky shit going on when there's also guns and bullets
Oh, I
flying.
thought you meant like the show
movie.
Supernatural. That'd be pretty
sick.
cool. I'd play that.
Yeah. How about Resident Evil? I mean, that's
Yeah, but the movies and stuff don't really have anything to do with the game.
exactly. I mean, they can have a world and they don't need to interconnect it like that.
Talk about shut your brain off movies, though. Am I right?
For
Yeah.
real.
But at least Resident Evil did a good job of the video game universe, I should say. Once they got through the first 3, they're like, okay, we need to, we got everything out of Raccoon City, guys.
I don't know. Some of the stuff later in the games gets fucking crazy. Like
it gets
I've
insane.
never
It
played
doesn't make
them,
any sense.
But
Yeah, but that's
you
why.
you have to suspend belief. You have to really suspend belief to really get behind
Not
the lore of
disbelief.
Resident Evil.
you can't do the disbelief part. Just suspend belief.
You don't have to believe in anything. Yeah.
You don't have
But,
to.
I mean, it's a cool world.
Yeah, but you have to do that. I mean, suspend disbelief in most games, but that aren't trying to be based in reality.
Oh, here we go. One that does it poorly, Metal Gear. Because
Yeah,
that
fuck
shit
that world. Like,
gets
every story is insane.
crazy. Oh my God. There's talk about having backlore for every single fucking person. Jesus Christ. They all have decades of backlore with each other. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I like the way the Souls games do it. I mean, it's just, if you want to know the backlore, you can. Otherwise, it's just a fun game.
That's the way to do it. Have it there. If I want to expand my experience, I can read it,
Yeah.
and that's fun. But don't make it so I have to read every fucking journal entry I pick up, or I'm not going to understand the story. Then we have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now that everybody agrees with me, if they want to send us an email about how smart I am, how would they do that, Sir Chump Slap?
Send that to plottytime@gmail.com. I'll make sure I send it over to Scotchy so he knows you think he's smart. At least you think he's smart.
Perfect. How do they get to us faster on the socials, Dr. Scientist?
At Plotty Time on Blue Sky, or stop by the subreddit and say something. I don't know. Tell us a world that you don't understand.
Yeah, you can also go to YouTube. Tell us there. Subscribe there while you're at it. It really helps us out. And what else do we have to promote? Oh, I don't know. Go check out my streaming at Poppascotch on Twitch. The videos are on YouTube there. You can check them out as well. That does it for us. So as always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Gamers Little Playground, I am Panics, and Luis Guzman. Trust all your reputable.
Yeah,
Trust all reputable scientists, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
The reparative.
Reparative.